Hello everyone, welcome to Software Testing Zone. So this is our session 4 where we are going to discuss about how we can implement POM structure into our project. Let's have a look at what we have done till now. So in last session we have implemented some test-ng annotations like @before class, @test, after class, okay, @before method, @before test. Those are also the annotations which we can implement, but we have used before class, where we have the code which will help us launch the browser as well as website, and in @after class we are closing that particular web browser, okay. And we have automated 3 test cases. Basically, first one was to log in using the correct credentials. Second one was logging out and taking screenshot, and third one was to check with invalid credentials, okay. So the password is actually admin123. so these were the things which we did in our last session. Today we are going to discuss about the POM. Now let's have a look at what is meant by POM exactly. So POM is nothing but page object model, which is nothing but a design pattern which is used in Selenium for automating the test cases, okay. It can be used in any type of framework like keyword driven, data driven, or hybrid framework. What we are looking at, or what we are developing, we are going in a direction of hybrid framework, but it can be implemented in any type of framework, okay. So in page object model, what happens is your class acts like an interface, okay, for the pages of your application under test. So what we'll be doing, we'll be creating pages of our application. Now why do we do this, or why it has been introduced? It has many advantages, some of which are like code reusability. We can reuse the code, or the code which needs to be executed multiple times, so we can optimize our coding. We don't have to code it every time. We can have a separate page for that, and we can reuse that. So that's how code reusability works. Then code maintenance, it is very helpful in maintaining the code, right? So we have a specific code for a specific page in specific class. So whatever changes we have to do, we have to just go into that particular class and do the changes, which will be looking. And readability, it is very easy to read, okay. Through diagram also we can understand, like for example we are having Gmail login page and Gmail home page, okay. So the code related to Gmail login page will be into this class, code related to Gmail home page will be into this class, and the testing code will be into another class, okay. So whatever we have here, it's not exposed to the user which is using the test case class, right? So through example we will understand it better, okay. So let's go and look at the implementation of this. So now if you see in our project structure, also in src test java, I'm having only one package inside which I'm having these 2 classes, login test-ng and login java. Now what is the disadvantage of this is web elements are exposed to the end user here, right? Each and every code is exposed, right? So we don't have to do that. What we can simply do is we will remove this code and we will store this into another classes, and then by using inheritance we can access these classes, okay. So for now, just let's create 2 packages. I'll give it a name as app pages, okay, and one more package, app test, okay. So in app test we will have all the testing code, and in app pages we will have all the code which is related to pages. We'll look at it one by one. 2 web pages. So in our app pages package, I'll create class. First one is our login page, finish. I'll create one more class, logout page. Two classes we are having. Okay, now we need web elements and action on those web elements in these classes. So for example, if I'm into login page, okay, so for login page I am having three web elements. One is username, another one is password, and the login button. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll declare this web element here. So I'll just we have already like found out the web elements for these pages, right? So without wasting any time, let's copy paste this, Control C and Control V. Okay, we need to declare the web driver here. Web driver, we have to import it. Okay, now see, this is a one way where we can do that. Okay, the another thing is we'll do it another way. So let me just comment it out. This web element should be, private. This should not be like accessible to everyone. So I'll declare it that way, private. And there is one class named by in Selenium. Let us say username equals to by dot. We are using what we're using here, by name, right? So I'll just by name user name. Okay, that's it. This is our first web element. Now this is private, so scope of this web element is up to this class only. Okay, we need some more. So private by password equals to by dot name password. This is and one more private by login button equals to by. Now for login button we are having XPath. Okay, so you can simply just copy from here also and paste it here. That will also work. Okay, so now we are having all these three web elements. Now to provide actions to these web elements, what we need methods. Okay, so method should be public. Let's say enter username. Okay, this is one method. I'll just copy paste it. Enter username. Second one will be enter password, and third one is enter button. Enter button. Now as we are having web elements, we need to provide actions to that. Okay. So for username I'll write driver dot find element username dot, we need to send some input here. So admin, this is the input, right? I'll just copy this, paste here. Instead of username we need password here, and this should be admin 123. Okay, for button should be driver dot find element login button dot click. Okay, so now we are having action for all our web elements. For username we are entering admin, for password we are entering admin123, and for login button we are performing clicking action. So this one is for our login page. I have prepared same for logout page, where we are having two web elements, drop and logout button, which we already had in our login test class earlier, which we prepared, right? And then driver.find element, drop click, and logout button click. These two things we are doing. Now in app test we will create one class. Class name, will give it a name as test login logout. Test login logout. Okay. Okay. Now here we need to launch our browser, launch our website, and then only we'll be able to provide login logout. So I'll just copy paste our earlier code for @before class, because this will not change, and @after class. @after class. Okay, we need to provide web driver instance here. Okay, these two are done. Now we need methods to provide login and logout. So public void check login, public void check login, and another I'll have public void check logout. These two methods I am using. Okay, I'll provide @test annotation here. Let's import it, and here as well. @test. Whatever your test cases are, you need to provide @test annotation here. Here you can use @before class, @before test, before method. Anything will work. And here we will provide code for our test. Now all the things we have already declared in our login page and logout page. Okay, what we need to do is we just need to import these classes and use it. But before that we need to have a constructor of these classes. Okay, so let's do that. Public Control-C, Control-V. Okay, and I'm passing here web driver instance also. So this dot driver is equals to driver. This dot driver is equals to driver. Why are we doing this is, in public class also we have declared WebDriver, and in our test class also we have declared WebDriver. Okay, so at the time of compilation it will get confused that are these drivers same or different drivers. So what we are doing is we are providing it with the use of this constructor, declaring that this driver and this driver, these both are same. You can see the color difference also. Okay, that's why we need to declare it. The same we will do for our login class. So I'll just copy this code, and instead of logout page I need login page. Sorry, login page. Okay, sure. Now we are ready. So to check login we need to have our login class instance. So so we'll create a login page. Okay, login p equals to new login page. We know how to create object, right? So yeah, now he will ask us to import the class, so we will import it. Once we have imported, he'll ask for what, add argument to match login page WebDriver. So in login page we have created a constructor where we have passed driver, right? So we need to mention this driver in our object also, so this way it will be directly related to this class. Now let's import some methods dot. So you will get this all methods like enter username, enter password, enter button. So first I'll enter username, then login p dot enter password, and then login p dot enter button. Similar way we have to do for logout. So logout page, logout p equals to new logout page. Here we have to mention driver and we need to import it. So here we'll do that logout p dot click drop and logout p dot click logout button. So now this way our code is complete. Okay, so you can see right now this one is our earlier class where we had all the code. Okay, you see the density of code shown in this page and density of code shown in this page. So this seems more systematic, right? I'll just hide this imports so we'll have more space. This seems more systematic and more structured. Okay, so you can have multiple test cases here. I'll also add priority equals to, let us say 0, and here I'll add it as priority equals to 1. Priority equals to 1. So yes, now our code is ready. Let's execute this one. Run as test. So it's the browser. So all our 2 test cases are passed. Okay, pass, check login, check logout. To check the steps we can add one statement also. For example, as well as so let's say I'll mention here website is launched. Okay, here I'll mention, let us say as well, so user has successfully logged in. Then we are having as well, so user has successfully logged out. And browser is closed. And instead of class, let's use test. So it will, but no, it should not do that, because see, if we use after test, okay, so for first one it will successfully run, for second one it won't run successfully, because to log out we need to first log in. I hope you are getting my point. Okay, we can execute it one more time, and this way you can add number of pages, like in our website we are having admin pages, multiple things are there, right? So for each module you can add a page, you can declare the web elements, you can declare the actions, and you can access those methods into your. So see, all our steps are here. I don't know why it's not closing the browser, and it's not failing any steps also. Okay, so if I log in again, admin and admin 123, so we are having this much pages. For each functionality you can have a separate page and you can perform some actions. Okay, you can validate some things like that. So you just need to explore a little, you need to create multiple pages. Okay, so you can have multiple pages here and multiple tests here. So yeah, that's it for our today's session. We know this is nothing but our POM structure, okay, where our web elements and actions are declared in these classes and our test code is declared into this class, and we are using inheritance here. Okay, so you can do the same. In our next session, what we will do is we will use parameterization. Okay, for now what we are doing is we are hard coding these values, admin 123. Okay, so we will pass a parameter here where we can give multiple inputs, valid also, invalid also. So with the same code you will be able to do positive testing. At the same time will be able to do negative testing. Okay, so see you in next session. If you like the video, please do share, like, and all that stuff. Do subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Bye.